Mostly Nature's Gift is going to be Devotion, so I feel pretty confident just putting down Melusine, trying to get more points. Right, we take something like that. We should be able to take round 1 fairly easily, right? Whoa. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at a Skellige self-wound deck that I fixed up from last season just a little bit to make it work with the provision nerf to Sigvald. In the previous version, which was used by one of my teammates, Lirio, it's become, I would say, one of the more popular versions of Self-Wound. It had 2 of the Tursic veterans. In this case, we had to make room for the Sigvald going up to 8 provisions. So what I did was I went and took out one of them, and I put in the second Armored Drakkar. Now, I'm putting this up because some of you guys keep asking me, what would I play in this season? What would you change? This is going to be the change. The other option would have been maybe take out something like one of these and put a Hermit, but I feel like the Drakkar is just really good for Melusine. It's really good for the Mardromes, and I like it. Feels really good. That's it. So basically what the whole strategy with this deck would be is to get Melusine out early in round 1 to try to accumulate as much carryover as possible, because when Melusine damages adjacent units, it's going to be increasing her base power by 2 per turn. So by late game, it's not impossible to have Melusine worth like 30 points, right? It's quite crazy. And on every turn, if we have a cultist to the side of it, we get to reset its order ability, and the order abilities damage itself by 2 and spawn right on the opponent's side of the playing field for 2 turns. So we're damaging by 2, and we're getting essentially 4 points of damage in exchange for that. And then, of course, once Melusine has a really high base power, let's say the base power is 20, and we keep clicking rain every turn, so the base power is now in the red health and it's maybe down to like 2 or 5 points or something like that, we can go and take something like the Restore, which plays a huge role here because heal an allied unit, boost self by the amount it was boosted. So you can imagine we're healing it up like 15-20 points, then we're boosting it like 15-20 points. So it's just a huge point swing. And the best part about it is that we can do this strategy all again later, right? Because we can basically resurrect the Melusine, keep all the carryover points, so it'll come out at the highest base value that it was last seen, and then we can go in and try and do the Restore play again later. Now we have a way to get a second Restore, being Bride of the Sea. This is definitely one of the options that we could take, right? Bride of the Sea, if we have 1 turn of rain, at least we could bring out the Restore because 5 provisions, right? And that's kind of the play here. But oftentimes that will be the greedier of plays. Maybe you can pull it off against like relics or something without control. Most often you're going to be trying to use Bride of the Sea maybe for like a Mardrome off the Sigvald play, which we'll get to. But you have options either way, right? Even Bride of the Sea can go into something like Sigdrifa's Right or Mahakam-El. Freya's Blessing. We have no shortage of alchemy cards that we can replay. Just remember that you have the proper amount of rain on the opponent's side of the playing field before you go and play this card, so you can find whatever provision card you're looking for in that case. And you'll see during the gameplay today that I've done different applications with Bride of the Sea, right? But again, just some examples of what you can do. We have Fukusha, that's going to be good for bringing back Melusine. If I'm looking to bleed into round 2, I like to use Fukusha to bring back Melusine at that point, because then Melusine immediately has a body to start pinging off of to increase base power, right? Also, if we go and we take Ermion into, let's say, well, it could just be Ermion, or it could be like Sigdrifa's Right into Melusine. We might need that a little bit later, right? So I kind of just like the idea of keeping that flexibility of the right and just keeping, of course, like the Fukusha off the Melusine play, because then if we bleed and go into a short round 3, we could just slap this for the full value of the Melusine and not have to worry about anything else, right? We have more ways to draw Sigdrifa's Right than we do Fukusha, kind of, because we have Ermion and we have the actual card. So kind of like that. Normally I'm finding myself playing Decree kind of early because we need to get Melusine out there as soon as possible in the game. So that's kind of it. Cirrus Fearless, this card auto thins from deck, but you might not want it to. So what I like to do with this card is I like to draw it, hopefully, and then hold on to it in round 1, and then put it back in my deck round 2, usually, and then, go from there. Right? So after you've dealt damage to allied units 9 times, summon self from your deck to the range row, Zeal, Order, fully heal an allied unit, then damage another unit by the amount healed, cooldown 1. So we're doing this every single turn. This is going to be good for, you know, setting up the perfect restore play with the Melusine. It's going to be good for the Nut Callus Sigvald play that we'll get to. It could be good for things that the opponent's damage. You know, it could be good for the veterans. Like, there's tons of stuff here, right? Just throw the pings off other stuff. There's just so much benefit from it, right? That's why we don't want it to thin in round 1, for example, because it's kind of like the opponent can bleed us out of it if it's in our deck in round 1. So hold on to it, carry it over to round 2, and then you'll have a better time with that. Royal Decree, of course, find a unit that we need. There are some versions that run on Neuromancy. I'm not opposed to it, but this one's a little bit greedier, and I think it needs to be, right? And it feels pretty comfortable overall. We have enough tutors. Look, this thins, the Knickers thins, and then we have Maxi to kind of have a look at the deck. So, in my opinion, that's enough, right? Defender helps keep things in check. Defender's really important. Defender's also a really good self-wound target because of the Berserk effect. It's going to be gaining armor every turn, so if we don't have any Drakars or anything out for the priests, we can essentially just throw one against the defender and it doesn't feel too bad, right? So there's that. We got the Resurrection here. Nut Callus and Sigvald are really good plays that are often misplayed. So Nut the Callus has Zeal Order, damage an allied unit by half its current power, then damage an enemy unit by the same amount. Berserk 5 at the end of your turn, refresh this ability. So what that means is basically what we want to do is get something out here. Ideal target would be Sigvald, right? Whenever this unit's damaged by non-status abilities, gain bleeding for the duration instead, or to damage a unit by the duration of bleeding on self, then purify self. So you've got the one order that you can use, right? If it's an enemy unit, damage self by that amount. If it's an allied unit, boost self by that amount. Most often, guys, we're going to be doing an allied unit. We're going to be taking like Ermion at 2 points, or we're going to take something that's been, you know, beat down quite hard, and we're going to be, you know, killing that off with Sigvald and boosting self by the amount of bleeding we've accumulated. We're going to be getting a lot of bleeding basically by putting out Sigvald and then taking Mardromes off Sigvald, because they're going to be boosting him directly by 9 and then applying the bleeding, which is great. So the bleeding stack's going to be good. The base power, this is going to, well, the boosted power, I guess you could say, of this is going to be quite high, right? And then we can just start rattling off Nut Callus off this that's taken 1 or 2 Mardromes, and by the end of the game, this should have like 30 points at least, you know, of bleeding, and then we can just go kill a 2-point token, get the huge boost. That's kind of the way you go about it, right? Now, Berserk just means if this is 5 or less base power, so we can go and take a couple leader charges to damage this down to 5. Keep in mind, though, when we do damage this down, it's going to be at the end of that turn that the order resets itself, not at the beginning of turn, not during the same turn, so you can't just do it like at the start of the next turn and hope that it works all of a sudden. It's got to be planned ahead, and by planning it ahead, it gives the opponent more time to remove it. So, again, this is a little bit of a liability, so ideally, if you have a resurrection left for it, that could be the difference in a game, right? So play this one safe. Sometimes you might not damage it right away if you're expecting the opponent to try and use something to remove it on that turn, right? So pretty much it, right? We've got a tutor for a alchemy card. This is pretty cool because when we damage it down to 2 base power, it's going to flip and turn into a champion of Svalblood. What's nice is that it has the cultist tag before it flips, so you can put it beside Melusine, reset the rain, and then it flips on the end of turn if you've pinged it down a couple times. Just a bit of a thin here, a bit of a lock. This plays well into the mirror match, right? If you're playing against other self-wound decks, a lot of them are quite similar. This is going to be a good lock for probably their Sigvald. But they often, you know, maybe they want to use, maybe they think you missed Duregare, and they go take the Mahakamail that people often have teched in on the Sigvald to get a higher base power for Nut Callus, then you might consider going and locking Nut Callus. So you can play it one of 2 ways. I have a couple mirror matches today you'll see that I played, so you have some reference there, right? Talked about Restore Maxis just to see what we're pulling into. Freya's Blessing is actually, if we need Tursik Veteran for the Nut Callus, if you know we lost Sigvald and we want to back up target, this will heal itself every turn, so it's pretty convenient. So we can take it there. If we need another cultist for Melusine, we can grab one of these. If we have a bunch of Mardromes in hand, but we don't have a Sigvald because it got heat waved or something like that, we could take a Drakar. So plenty of different options there. You know, pretty simple stuff, right? And then lastly, Squirrel Tech, Squirrel for MVP. If you're playing in a mirror match, you absolutely want to get rid of their Melusine. If you're playing into most decks, you want to get rid of something. So Squirrel just seems to fit quite well here. But that's pretty much the deck. I've got like 5 games or so for you guys with live commentary for reference. I played the deck on stream the other day. We didn't have the most successful day because it just felt like a lot of the matchups were hard teched against what we're doing. However, I later that night went back on, and I think I won 6 out of 7 games and climbed right back up. I think we're around 2485 MMR, pushing for 2500. I think this deck will take you there, no problem. This deck took one of my teammates past 2450 last season, or sorry, past 2550 last season. So I know that this is like sky's the limit. So that's pretty much it. If you guys want to support the channel and the content that I make, don't forget to subscribe. And if we hit 10k subs before the end of day Saturday, I said I would do a 12-hour stream. So if you want to be part of that and make that happen and put me through that 12-hour gauntlet, drop a sub. So that's pretty much it, guys. We'll see you later on today with a live stream and tomorrow with another video. But for now, let's just get into the gameplay. So we got Blaze of Glory coming up here next, and I think we like this matchup, don't we? Usually when I play this matchup, I'm on blue coin. They pass early, but what I think is going to be super difficult for them this time is finding the pass. If I can get these two down and plop that in the middle, it's feeling pretty good. I just think that we need enough to play down fairly deep, right? Maybe these. We need Sigvald for later. Maybe that goes for now, because that could be a later draw. This is just like a really good target for Rupture once it flips, or Jutta. It's a clean removal. But I don't know if they'd ever do Jutta for that. I could make it awkward and just put down, like, let's say Sigvald, but it feels like more of a Melusine type round to me. We'll put down the boats and go from there, and then we just got to get this online as soon as possible. And we often hope that they take leader, right? Trying to get rid of this to prevent the carryover. That's a bit of a slower play. They don't want to use that here, you know? Do I ever take Melusine for the 1? Just because I know soon? Nah. No. We need to get it as tall as possible, right? Just a couple boats. Alright, we gotta accept it here. That's out of the way. We'll play Melusine now, right? Pass at 7? Don't we just pass at 7 too? Okay, so Royal Decree into Ermion, into the Sigdrifa's right if we need to. We gotta play. I think this can go for now, because they're just gonna like clean remove it. I don't think we have a chance to greed Melusine. Okay. Maybe it's Defender. Yeah. Defender, we can get like... What's the best way to take it? It's Fukusha first, Ermion second. Because we have it, right? She's right here. Fukusha into another Warlord. I have no reason not to play here, though. You know? We gotta get the value, guys. Kind of wish I kept Restore at this point. They're going to eat through that Defender in one shot, though. You see? It's pretty clean. How long till Fearless comes? Okay, soon, actually. Let's do something here. Fingers crossed that we don't hit that defender. Nice little armor on it. I gotta use another... That's such a waste. Bloodthirst 3 means Raider works, though, on turn of. Oh, there's that. Iced for Fukusha. This is good. We got... Or sorry, iced for the Melusine, right? Jutta's out.
So, no one else dares face me.
We could probably ease up a little bit, though, don't you think? What's Melusine at? 13? Got like one more way to do it. Leaders out of the way. I think we just get these boys online. They might have compass and finish the kill here. I don't think it's that important. Here's the thing, though. If I'm going to go and take Melusine back, I have to be prepared to win the game in 2. And I don't think we can, just given the swing. I think that's enough to defend. So we'll play it a bit smarter, because Herald and stuff is something I can deal with. Like Scoia'tael now, come on, you know? This is what we're kind of looking for. Put this down and try and trade some bronzes, because round 1 we jammed out a couple important things, you know? Don't get me wrong, though, it kind of pains me to see this. It's tough. 34 to 5. I could take one Marjoram. Could take that. I don't see us getting much Fearless value in round 3, because the Melusine play is pretty well non-existent. I'd rather just thin it out so we can get some of the other stuff.
What is it?
That's the clans play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're starting to see a lot of these raid cards come. I wish... You see? I want to take Squirrel. But if I take Squirrel, knowing my luck, we're not going to get the Ermion. So I don't think it's worth it. Right? Because that could be, like, game-changing. So we got Fukusha, Iced, Jutta, Scoia'tael. 1 Blood Eagle. I mean, that's not really that important. Their Herald is set up regardless. They got the Raider. We just put down a Sigvald and play around Sigvald, and it's just really difficult for them to take it from us. Yeah. I don't want to start wasting gold cards now. You know, it's one of those things where Ale, we probably don't need Ale, but then when I mulligan Ale, we're probably going to need Ale. So, it's tough. I think what I'll do, because I'd rather have anything else. Then again, how many Marjorams we got? We got the 1... Okay, I like that better. Look, if I actually end up needing Ale, then I'll go and I'll just say, forget about Fukusha, fine. At that point. We just play this and make it awkward, right? Normally, I would just lock that first, but it feels kind of slow. It also gives them something else to target, so we could just save that for later. If they hit it, obviously we get the bleeding and it's just better for us. Actually, I'm starting to think it's not even Melusine we take at this point. I think it's actually going to be the Callus, because you know they're going to remove it. 16, 15, less the 7, we get rid of that. Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. I gotta get rid of some of these things. Like, I'm gonna ping it down like this because they will remove it, hands down, right? It's just gotta play it the way we're supposed to play it. Otherwise, we have 3 pings here. I mean, we could probably use them here. Where's the Herald? They might have actually missed it. There's the... okay, 4. So it's in hand, I suppose. It's Order Zeal, yeah? Take that for now. Give us a bit better ceiling, right? When they play a Bran, I want to be able to remove the Bran. Range 4, 6. That's pretty big. Ermion. Yeah, it's gonna be Ermion here. I think it's still now. We'll take that before they take that, right? Nothing we can do about this one. They forgot to use the order 2 on the Brockfar. We'll just lock it. Let that go. Herald last say, or they missed Herald? It's one of the two. I think they just had a hard time setting up the Blood Eagle to get the Herald. That's what it was. Just 8. I'm not missing anything, right? We'd get the 12, plus we'd get the 6 off the leader. Alright, so next up here we got Stockpile Siege, and if it's the muted generator one, we should just be good. If it's the heatwave one, then it's going to be horrible for us, but we'll find out quite soon, right? Now, probably hold on to Cirrus in round 1. It feels like too much of a commitment, but this can go back here. Don't think we need a lock. And this is going to be a good self-wound target, right? We just need maybe one more. It's hard to take Restore when we want to keep this tall and not getting removed, but I think we still hold on to it. We got 1, 2. This can probably go, though. That's alright. Kind of expensive on the top end. Like, we have a lot of gold cards, but I think we just jam. If I'm putting something in grave, it's going to be a priest, right? Just let it be muted generator with no heat wave. Okay.
Accept our sacrifice.
The 5-head move? No, we're not going to do that. I was going to say we put the rain and then they have to play onto it. Otherwise, they just play on front row. It doesn't work, but it's not doing that. Is that worth locking? Probably not. Stockpile tells me that they probably have pride, right? So that gets tough. Will they ever play? No, I don't click it right now because it keeps it too close to being removed, right? give it like another turn or something. You see? Really scary. His hand's good. Like, our hand's too good. In fact, the hand's so good, I feel like I need to play something good. Yeah, I'm gonna take a lock. I know that they want to play deep into this, but it's gonna cost them a little bit. I'm not gonna just give it to them, right? Sure. 15. I don't think they have it that easy, right? Melusine, 14 and counting. 2, yeah. We're up by a lot. And there's rain too, you know? Boiling oil is going to be bad. But if they're playing boiling oil to try and take down Melusine, it's so slow. They need to actually play units, right? Like, maybe we see the Pride here. Maybe we see like a Henselt. Is it a bombardment? 16 points is actually very good still. Hit the wrong card, hit the wrong card. Wow. I think they get it in 2. No. No, because Amphibious is spent, right? That was a perfect pass for us. And it keeps going. We're at 18. They'll get it here at least. Or should. This card just soaked up. 20. Yeah, this card just soaked up so much of that bombardment. And they gotta play another one here too. 20 points. I don't think they have Squirrel in this version because they want to play like a lot of 5 provision cards. You know what I mean? The Drummer. Take that. It's not as bad as it looks. Okay, look. They dry pass round 2. They have 9 cards. We have 10. Fukusha, Hermione. I think we need Callus. I'm going to say put back Restore for now. Actually, it's probably this that goes back first. There, even better. That's the hand, you know? Past, we just put down a Drakkar. Okay. Do they have Heatwave or not? That's the big question, right? I think we do open up anyways with Fukusha into Melusine because it's kind of hard to ignore that. Pull 1 and 2. This is beautiful. Unit would be Defender. And then we just have like this off the Ermion. That's the hand, guys. Like perfect hand. I don't even want to touch it. If that's what you're looking for. Play around Squirrel just in case. We're not playing around Heatwave just yet, but we will. We will. I think we'll put down Defender next. I want to get a lot of stuff out there that's going to be awkward for them. Like Sigvald, Drakkar, like that type of stuff, you know? So when bombardment hits, it's weird. I think Sigvald's going to be next.
One piece. Fight.
Yeah, because I need to have a cultist out there, right? This is gross. Gross, gross, gross. Yeah, Sigvald comes down.
Glory to Svalbard!
Reset that. Chances are, like, heat wave is a possibility, right? It's not ruled out altogether. Like, you could fit in. And here we go. All on this and this. Ah. They'll use, or they should have used it. Here. Let's work on this a little bit more, right? And then once this is all kind of started. There, we get rid of crew. Huge. Or did they even have crew? No, they didn't. It was a token there, right? Well, not token, but Siege Master. This whole assembly line worth a... Here, we'll do stuff. Okay. Take that. Take that out so I can start playing on range if I have to. Take more rain. Get some more armor here. Let's go. Defender for MVP. Yeah, I just want to put rain on the board the whole time, right? We got to take Mardromes, though. Okay. It's probably Defender next, though. Yeah. Let's see what they do, though. Okay, Ermion goes... Yeah. Either way, they're hitting it, which is great. We'll put down Defender. Because we have enough rain, basically, to bring something else back here. And then, now I feel a bit safer about doing this. It's all part of the plan. And now they're going to focus on Cirrus, which I could finally go and take my Mardrome here, you know? Let's not ignore the fact that, this is 33 points. This is probably going to be the world record. Well, not world record, but the most that I've gotten. They're running out of space. We gotta take care of some of these things, man. They're looking kind of wild here. More rain. Take half of that. We could take care of the Pride. The Pride's pretty scary. And the cooldown, yeah, like, it's not pleasant. Let's see here. They're getting through. Yeah. Yeah, they're getting through. Because they could do one more. That's pretty wild. What's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Callus or is it gonna be? Jeez. It's gonna be Callus.
Lady of the Seas, daughter of the heavens, accept my sacrifice.
We could get rid of 6. We just take it for points, right? I think I want to leave the road jammed. Yeah, if I leave the road jammed, then this doesn't work. And they can't reduce the cooldown with that last leader. The only thing I'm a little bit stressing on is that I should have maybe taken Sigvald there. Yeah, they kind of see the play too.
Again and again and again.
Just in case they somehow find 10 damage, right? No, let's wait. Guys, I need the highlight reel stuff, you know? Heat wave, we just get absolutely destroyed. Muzzle, we get absolutely destroyed. It was worth like 30 something points, man. There. That was just greedy. Should be kind of gross, yeah? Self wound versus self wound. The good part is that I go first, and if I can hold on to Cirrus, it's a huge advantage. I don't know what they drew, right? We have these, so I know we have pushing potential for round 2. I have to put that back. I need more cards. I think we take this back as well. Sigvald's good to see. Mardrome's good to see. This is the hand to win the game, I'm telling you guys. Callus maybe goes, because we can pull Callus later. There, Defender even better. I don't think that they have Heat Wave, so we have to just, like, come out swinging. There's no room for Heat Wave in this deck. Here. Just, it's so much better. Like, okay, what goes? Honestly, one Mardrone goes, so then Bride's not bricked, right? We'll go give tons of Rain, give Priest, give Drakkar, and just try and leave. Obviously, them locking Sigvald's a big deal, so Defender would help with that. If they missed their stuff, they missed it. I gotta be in a position, or try to be in a position, where I could pass at 7-6. Just so that we have, like, a good place to bleed here. Let's have a look here. If they don't have Melusine, it's gonna be tough. And if they're opening with Maxi, they should have played it here so we'd get the self wound stuff. We take... I'm trying to ramp it up, guys. I think that they're gonna pass soon. Hermit.
A drop of knowledge can overpower even a sea of strap.
I like the idea of Defender.
See a gap in their armor. Make one.
And are we throwing if we pass? This is turned off. This keeps going. I think we got him. I think we got him. Every single turn this is gonna go. And this is gonna go. We come back, we take the Fukusha. Part of the scene to Marjoram. That's good to have Doggo out. They play another Marjoram. And then they pass and they should be fine. 32-point boat takes it. If they have Squirrel, they're just good, right? But they can't bleed. So they'd have to go into round 3 opening with it. Let's keep Sigvald. Put that back now. I think we still put this back. Do I want to squirrel something? Not really at this point. They're just gonna say, forget about card? Six. They're 3 cards down, though. Okay, I have to stay on them here. It's like the tallest thing I can play to stay on them here. The best part is I have Squirrel too. 6, 9, yeah. I think that's just good. Do we get rid of Bride of the Sea? Looks like the biggest threat at this point. Now, if we can mobilize quicker in round 3, we should just be good. I'll take Fukusha into Sigvald, put down Callus, and start working. Basically, right? If we can get it. This can go for now. Lock's good. I have a way to get a priest. There we go. Callus was the big thing I was worried about. This is whatever. I don't think Vildkarl's gonna cost us the game or not. We are card up. We'll see how they drew. Fukusha might do better. Well, maybe just Defender. Because, like, giving them a lot of rain's not good either. I think that we have an advantage if we start sooner. Yeah, his Callus goes down, answers their Callus. But the thing is, Defender, okay. We gotta get rid of that. Do we have another Marjoram in deck? No. So it would be like a restore? Okay. Take this here. Now we're just gonna chew through whatever they play. We'll use the resurrections on the Callus. I think that's the way we're supposed to do it. We've got the one with the Fukusha.
gods protect us.
Okay, yeah, they're struggling to find the pieces here. So we'll go ahead and take...
Show me what flows in your veins.
And if they have Callus, they're taking it, but I have no choice. They take the 6. They used Bride, and they used Ale. I think we just locked the Callus.
Mankind is a virus, a plague.
Forget about this. It's not even that tall. They used too many Marjorams in round 1. Now we take Fukusha. Defender doesn't matter anymore. It feels wrong not taking this the way it's supposed to be taken, right? Yeah, there we go. I almost forgot to record this one, but we got Ursine Ritual. We're up first here. Mirror match is never fun. I think we just got to get our stuff online as quick as possible, right? Melusine, this is huge. This is huge. I'd like to be able to have something that's going to be resetting the rain. We put that back. Perfect. I'd like to be able to... we can put restore back for now. Perfect. I don't even want to touch it. The hand's just too good. See, look, we got Fukusha so that we could bleed into round 2. The only thing we're missing is like the whole Callus combo with Sigvald, and that would just be good, right? Ale might be too good to miss. However, Bride of the Sea gets it. However, I think Veteran could go. It seems less important than this. Yeah. They're probably going to wedge Melusine here. I think we can just afford to do it that way. I don't want to take a lot of rain. We want to keep it going. I think what I'm supposed to do is just put the priest here, optimize the points. They're going for Melusine off the rip. Yeah. That's fine. And they don't need this anymore. They just wanted the tokens. I guess it's a good opener if they don't have, like, board state, you know? I think 2 Drakars is fine. They ping... I guess they're looking for, like, restore value. Hopefully they don't have Sirius in their hands. I really wanted to thin from their deck. I think that's a big advantage for us. Them putting Rain here feels kind of bad if they do click, though. They might not click out of fear that we have removal reach. The hand feels good, but it's close to being passed. I think that if I pass now, it would take them 2 cards. So, it's okay. I think we like that, actually. They go first next round. Maybe they have Squirrel, but I have Squirrel. If I get 2 cards, then they probably have to pass next round. crazy fish. Is Melusine a fish? A beast fish. Ugh. Put them in a tight spot here at least, right? Because they want to have cards on both sides of Melusine, otherwise they're losing value, but then we have the good sandwich here. So they got to go and spend something kind of expensive here to get ahead. Yeah. It's not bad. I don't know. I didn't have to do a whole lot. We just played it, and that's about it. Right? The real thing is if I get squirreled, it's bad. Here, we'll put that back. Maxi's probably the worst thing we can have at this point. Squirrel feels good. I missed both. Missed both. If they come out swinging and have it all, we lose. But they did spend 4 expensive things. Like 4 gold count versus the 1 and then the thin. So we're actually in a better spot. They were a little bit more aggro. Now that sounds like a squirrel to me, or Fukusha. Okay. I keep that same energy, don't I? Fukusha feels better for this one. Maybe they just play it to 7 because they're trying to get that extra carryover, right? Fukusha should have been on the left, the right side. I gotta focus up here. It's not good because now we lose. This is random. I guess I could take Wildkarl and say we meant to do that. It was on purpose, but normally, guys, do it that way. So then we're setting up for restore from hand. This is terrifying. This tells me that they've got something. Okay, cultist. We're not taking rain yet. Actually, we'll do it. And then it's 1, 2. The 1's for the flip. It's whatever. I'll put the priest on the other side, and it just kind of works out. But if I see a callus, it's so done. There's like nothing else we could do in that case. Like I can get these 2, which is great. We might need this if they have callus, but please pass. Yes. Yes. Jeez. That was so bad. And now I don't have to worry about the defender situation. And we get to save Fearless. Okay, look. I gotta play... This really sucks, but... I gotta play Squirrel first. And just hope that it's good. And just hope that they don't have one. Okay, we need to... Wow. It's not... We're not... It's not over yet. Put that back for... Yes! Put this one back too. Good. Holy, that was intense. I'm trying to lose the game over small stuff like that. Missing cards, you know? If they don't squirrel, we're sailing. We're running. No pun, but sailing. Boats. Skellige. Yeah, at that rate, it's just Sigdriffas. Sigdriffas onto the 20-point Melusine. They're stumbled on it. I don't know if they have it, because the round 1 decree in a mirror match feels like a no-go. Okay, good. We just survived, guys. Yeah, that's whatever. Leader charges and all. Okay. I'm pretty confident with this game here. Unless they have some weird stuff that I'm just missing. But maybe Defender goes down next. I just want to get my Sigvald out before they do, right? Because we have to take the Sigvald, the Marjoram, the Callus, and then I think we just win. But right now it's not over yet. So we'll put maybe Sigvald beside Melusine.
Accept our sacrifice!
Yeah, that's the strat. Yeah, okay. Here.
Life's one never-ending fight.
Hermit and all. Okay.
Opinions are like ours.
They got the good assembly line going though.
For best setup.
They don't want to heal this because then it stops working. It's still... I don't think I'm supposed to do anything just yet. I think we got to take this first. We'll put, there it is. We'll put Defender down quickly, because I don't see Sigvald from them, so we have a bit of time. So it's going to be Defender. Or not Sigvald, Callus. No, okay. I thought we were doing something here. Callus comes down now. Yeah, here. Place it here.
I kneel to Svalbard and Svalbard alone.
Nice. Oh, jeez. So, next up here we got Nature's Gift. And if you guys saw earlier in the video, I played against Nature's Gift, and I said they won't have a heat wave, and what do they have? They had heat waves. So, for that reason, I'm a little bit weary about playing Melusine from hand, but I'm thinking, like, what are the odds that we play against 2 gift players with heat wave? Because heat wave is like it's a non-devotion card in a devotion favored deck, right? That's kind of the argument. So. We could keep everything the way it is. Maybe this goes. That's a bit better. I'm going to risk it. I don't think that 2 players on the ladder in the matter of an hour... First of all, it's rare to see Nature's Gift lately, right? This gets rebuked. So, we'll see. If they have it, they have it. I don't remember that card back. I don't remember that leader skin. Nah, I kind of want to pull it up now. I know if I pull it up, if I pull up the game, then it'll make noise. Here. This looks like it could be Saskia, actually. Otherwise, they wouldn't really put this normally, right? It still has a good place there. I mean, there's a lot of Dryads in this deck, especially with Frisian now getting a bit of a buff, right? Yeah, this is completely different. This is just something else now. Sure. Wow. they're gonna do the whole dwarf thing. You know what they're doing? They're doing the whole flip berserker thing. Jeez, eh? At 12 points so far? I play into that. We still play in. It's the one rezo though. This is the big one for us. I'm gonna put down the boat and try to get out of here. So far, no indication that it's non-devotion, right? So I'm sort of thinking that a squirrel won't be a thing, but we'll see. We take the one last rain, and then it's over, right? Hopefully they don't pick up the Q. 2 there. These just sitting there awkwardly. They'd like to get those online sooner, I think. Okay, yeah. Okay, here's the thing. Brewers, whatever. Most things are whatever. I don't think it's brewer. I can't afford to spend any of this, though. You know what I mean? Maybe, yeah. Look, we pass here. And just hope that that's enough carryover. 18 points. Like, I'm happy if it hits 20. 20-point slam short round's kind of a big deal. When we get these like 30, 34-point Melusines, it's kind of one of those things that we just get lucky with, you know? I don't think they're factoring in... Oh, they're missing it. Yeah, they're missing it. They took the card down in the pass. Yeah, they factored in this. They didn't factor in the armor for the previous turn. Callus, Defender. We're stacked. This can go back. I think that this can go back too. We're stacked. As long as they don't surprise Squirrel, we're actually feeling just pretty good. Yeah. Ermion down ASAP.
Gods protect us.
I think this one's good. As long as it's devotion, we have it. Defender down next. I don't trust it. Yeah. They're trying to scare me with vitality. It's nice to see Nature's Gift, guys. I think it's a great archetype, healthy for the game. It's like tricky to pilot because you have to sequence in such a way that you get the most value from the symbiosis payoffs, but if you get it down, it's good. The only thing it needs is a bit more control for devotion.
Why should I, an elf, a sage, converse with
And this is looking pretty devotion to me. War Dancer, I guess that's alright. They hit 2. What are we pulling with Decree? A lock?
Dance begin.
Is it ever Decree next? Okay, they are known for having caresses. However, Drakkar is a lot of points. I think we just let this go and we do our own thing. And if we lose this game, it'll just be like, basically, I told you guys, you know, Nature's Gift is actually pretty good, but it shouldn't lose to Self Wound, or shouldn't beat Self Wound, rather. Ethnic comes out at, yeah, I guess that's the best you're gonna do at this point. Like, I would have taken it maybe before Bountiful. That's what I mean about sequencing, right? You played about 3 specials before. Here, we'll do this.
glory to Svalbard!
Get more armor on this, keep it out of rebuke range, and then we can start getting the rain back. We gotta put enough rain. Like, the rain's gonna be win condition here. Gezra's is huge. Wow. That's a good pull for them. We just take it out. It's got to be Melusine here, right? It's the tallest thing. Just plays for too many points. I wish I had restore access. Here, we'll take 2. We're kind of in a bad spot because, look, I don't have Mardromes. So this doesn't even get that tall. I can go 3. Yeah, that's what we do. Look, 2. We hit 3. Yeah. And then we take the 6. We get rid of X. It's actually 7. Okay. Put rain on the back row. Just let everything sit for a minute. They have gourd? Yeah. Listen. I have to play, yeah? Because the bleeding.
Modern Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
I'm not gonna do the whole combo, it's kind of BM, but I had to play. I had to play. The bleeding would have... This didn't have armor on it.